Hi folks, I've got an unboxing for you today. This is another second-hand one off eBay. I've got some more Zhu Zhu track and I've got another two Zhu Zhus. So these are Zhu Zhus from 2017 and these were produced by Spin Master. One's a double of what I've already got, but hopefully the other one, as well as looking a bit different cosmetically, will have some different sounds. So without further ado, let's get into this. So this set contains this spirally thing, and it's got this piece of track with the data information here. So you can't make out the writing on here, but it says to slide with an arrow, so that spirally thing they're referring to as a slide. So I've got to make sure that I put that the right way round so that the Zhu Zhu Pet can read it and know that it's going on a slide. Got a room to go with it here. And here are the two Zhu Zhu Pets. So this is the double, I believe it's called Winky. I would say it looks in better condition than the one that I've got. Don't know what this one's called. Sort of lime green colour. Yes, it's got a different voice. It's got a good voice. So it'd be interesting trying that out in the track that I've already got and see if it plays a different tune when it goes into the bedroom. But first of all, I'll put this set together and try it out. So we've got it all set up and we'll try it out. Okay, so that one's not moving, so might need some new batteries in it. Right, so when it goes over the data and it reads the data, it goes, ah, and it makes it go wee as it goes down the spiral slide. That's interesting, it seemed to make a slightly different noise that time. Yes, a wee that time. And it says whoa the second time, so it alternates. Isn't it good though?
Yeah, very good.
So unfortunately, I've put fresh batteries in this one, but it's still not moving. So I'll have to have Paul have a look at this and see if he can do an operation on it. I've got the piece of track with the data here that tells the Zhu Zhu Pet that it's going into the bedroom if it's coming along this way. And I have found that I can get the broken Zhu Zhu Pet to play music when I push it along here manually. So I'll just show you the music that this one plays first when it goes into the bedroom. And now I'll show you the broken one. So it can't currently move, but it is still capable of reading the tracks. So Paul, you think you know what's wrong with this?
Yeah, this doesn't work, does it? It doesn't go along the floor. If you feel the gearbox, it feels as though one gear is skippering over another. Because if you compare the feel of that, it's not something you can see on the video, but if you compare it to this one, this is smooth. You can tell that the gears are driving the motor.
Right.
Whereas this one, that doesn't work. It's very rough, and you can feel almost teeth skipping over one another.
So do you think if we took this apart, you'd have to transfer some from another Zhu Zhu Pet, a gearbox from another Zhu Zhu Pet?
Yeah, it would be possible to repair it, I should think, using gears from another Zhu Zhu Pet. Or we might find when we take it apart, it's something that can be repaired without replacing a component.
Right, we'll have a look at that then.
Yeah.
So, you're going to perform an investigation now, Paul.
Yes, why is this little Zero hamster not propelling itself along? Sorry.
You've got to be gentler. Doesn't seem very happy about that, Paul.
No.
Oh, watch it doesn't bite you. I looked up the name of this one. I believe it's Rocky.
Rocky?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the...
That's interesting. I thought that all the workings were all in the body, but the batteries are in here and it's making noises. So there must be some electronics in the top half of it, Paul.
There must be, yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, maybe the white bit we've got here, this is just the motor and the gearbox. We'll find
Yeah.
out in a minute.
Yeah, I think it's looking like the it's looking like the circuit board might be in the actual shell that goes on the top.
So we've got security screws. So
Oh,
I'll
so you
have to
need...
go and get some security screws.
Yeah, you've got some, haven't you?
We have. We very rarely use them, so this is a golden opportunity.
So seeing as the electronics are in the top of the hamster, I thought I'd take the gearbox and motor out of this one and just pop it in here.
So it's basically fixed then.
Okay, so I've transferred that, and he's still got the same personality because that's in the shell. That's brilliant the way they made them, so that if you get one that breaks,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Oh.
But we will investigate this and
Yes.
see if it's something simple that can be repaired anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so all the personalities in the shell bit.
Mm.
Fascinating.
That's most satisfying repair, that, isn't it?
It's great that you can just take this out of one and put in another one.
Mm. So these are all identical then, all these
Yeah, they
gearbox.
must be. Yeah, it's not good.
You've got the motor here, which is a nice, decent sized motor, and the gearbox. Okay, so that's the motor with its cog on. I believe they refer to it as a pinion. And this is the gearbox. So I'm going to look in there to see if I can see any broken teeth.
Right.
Because there are no broken teeth on the pinion on the motor. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this gearbox is held together in two halves by strong plastic clips. It looks like the wheels would have to be pulled off the shaft to get access to it, but let's do a close examination through the gap that we've got now. The gears actually look okay. I cannot see any broken teeth on any of the gears. I can only think it's either wear, that's a possibility, there's wear in the shafts as they go in the side of the gearbox. It's only made out of plastic, so it's like a very light. It's possible that a shaft could have come out of the side of the gearbox as well. So we'll put this back together then, yeah, and we'll see. I'll make sure all the shafts go into the gearbox in the right way, motor went into the shaft first, and then they went together as a pair into the base.
I love the fact that all the personality, the brains of it, is in the shell. So if you do get something going wrong with the gears or the motor, you can transplant one from another one, and you've still got the same personality. Yeah, that's really good.
And it's still the same.
Oh, it still feels the same.
All I can put that down to is that there's been some wear.
Right.
Because it all went back together okay. There were no broken teeth on any of the cogs. And I think there's been some wear.
Right.
So you did the best thing to replace the entire...
I think it's worth hanging on to that, though.
It is, yeah.
Because
obviously there are parts in here...
Yes.
...that could be used in another Zuru, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the gearbox, but the motor certainly, the wheels.
Yeah.
Possibly even the this little chassis shell.
So, yeah, it's worth holding on to that. So we'll try the hamster again, and this time it should work. You've also worked out what this little lever is at the back as well, haven't you, Paul?
Pretty sure, yeah, because we found out when we dismantled the gearbox it wasn't attached to anything inside at all. It just seems to move like this. So when it's in this position, as it is now, sort of lying down, it doesn't interfere with the wheels.
Yes.
And both the wheels are on the same shaft, so the wheels can't be turned independently. They're all turned together. Just to say that first. So if the hamster reverses and this catches on something, it'll come up like that. And now it's sticking up proud of the wheel.
Yes.
So that means it's on one wheel because it'll it's only on one wheel is driving onto the ground, so that'll make it go in a circle. And that happens when the hamsters reverse. Very often they go in a circle. So you get this variety of movement.
That is interesting because they're making them able to go in the circle whilst they've only got two wheels and they haven't got a caster on the front. Usually you've got to have a caster on the front to make something turn and go in a circle.
But it also, the wheels are controlled by one motor and they move together. So this is a way of getting it to go in a circle when it reverses, because this just automatically comes up, makes the wheel come off the ground.
So when it reverses, it'll go in a circle,
It's purely mechanical, it's not electronic, and it only comes into play when the hamster reverses.
But it gives it that
such a variety of movement.
Yeah.
And of course,
even though it's only got two wheels.
That variety of movement is actually necessary when they're in the houses, the little circular houses, or else they would get trapped.
Yeah.
So when it bangs up against something with its nose,
these are so clever, aren't they?
It reverses and goes into a circle and then goes.
The design of them is fantastic.
Just a little piece of plastic gives that circular movement when it's reversing.
Brilliant. So, folks, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you found it as interesting as we did. Thanks for watching as always, and hope to see you next time.